Hey guys, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles, and we're back at Manhattan Reptile World. I'm back with Colin, and today we're going to show you the snakes and give you a little more detail about the two snakes that were recently featured on Brian Barczyk's vlog. You all know Brian Barczyk, I'm sure, from BHB Reptiles, Snakebytes TV. I would say probably the most famous reptile breeder in the nation, probably the most famous reptile breeder in the world, if not definitely in the top three. One of the reasons that I know I got started in doing YouTube videos was from watching Snakebytes. I think Colin can talk a little bit about his inspiration.
When I was younger.
So, you know, when you're new, starting out, like, this guy is a great resource. So if you aren't on his channel, which if you're on mine, you're probably already on his too, you should check it out. Make sure to watch his vlog and also watch Snakebytes TV. But we were pretty honored to have these animals featured. I'll let Colin talk about this one first.
Yeah, so we got pretty lucky this season, and I think that if you've come into the store lately, you've probably seen this. We hit what we think to be a world's first ball python, and this little guy here is just a really genetic miracle, honestly I like to call it, because it has 5 different genes in it, and those 5 would be, from the mother's side, it was a pastel Mojave champagne, and from the dad, it got fire enchi. So all 5 of those together, pastel, Mojave, champagne, fire, enchi. All of those genes are expressed here at the same time. And just to kind of give a brief overview of why we think that, because a lot of people ask us, well, how do you know those are in there? Obviously it's pastel, it's yellow. The Mojave gives it this kind of black outlining, kind of like eyeliner, and it gives it these black spots. Those are very characteristic of Mojave. The fire is going to give it the super white sides here. And then but the really cool part and why this snake looks so weird in the pattern of it is the 2 pattern genes that go into it. Champagne gets rid of genes, or it gets rid of pattern, and it makes the snake just completely monotone, while enchi brings bands down the side, really strong patterning. And so those 2 genes are really like fighting against each other, and you get these kind of like half awkward weird band things, and it even kind of mirrors itself on the ventral pattern right there, really kind of oddly. So all those things working together came out to make a really funky looking animal.
That thing is crazy. I also think the sides change a little bit because of the fire bringing the flames up.
Yeah.
Because usually the enchi on the champagne brings that pattern into the champagne, almost providing that banding, but it never really makes it all the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
And it's like there's a mirroring Colin's talking about.
It's like a cookie cutter effect.
It's kind of crazy because that mirroring is really probably the oddest part in that animal. That was kind of almost unexpected.
See here, it's even like to the point of how there's even 2 or 1 lump. Really strange.
Just a strange animal. And this is the other little one that was featured. And what this is a super pastel pinstripe spider axanthic. So basically what you got is a axanthic Killerspin, if I'm getting all that right. And what's neat about this is this isn't actually one we produce. This is something we have picked up. We like to show it off. And the cool thing is, this is my favorite gene. This is SK axanthic. I also know it's one of Colin's favorite genes. That's one of the things that we kind of share, is we both really like the axanthic stuff. I can't help but look at this snake, look at that snake, and think, holy crap, what if axanthic was in that?
Yeah. Be unreal.
It'd be out of this world.
Yeah.
But if you're familiar with this, like the the spinner blast and the killer spinners, all the color in there, when you wipe that yellow pigment out with that axanthic, you get this really almost solid white snake. As it grows, it's going to get a little more grayish into it, which would be the normal darkening of what those genes do. But it's going to stay really black and white with this really reduced just lines. Really cool. Look at the head on it. It's almost blue in there if you really look above the eyes.
Yeah.
It's just really crazy, and almost a little lavender, and where the flaming spot would be, the head stamp would be normally. So I really dig this animal, but axanthic I think is either a love it or hate it. Some guys hate it because it takes away all the color. Other guys like Colin and I, we love it because it does that, and I just love the black and white effect. So really kind of a crazy little animal. We can't wait to put some really cool males to it and see what we can pop out with this. If you could put any male to this, any male in the world, what would it be? If you had one dream snake, obviously axanthic's in there.
Yeah.
Give me 3 other genes you want to see to this.
3 other genes that I'd put in that.
Yeah.
I would definitely add fire into it, because I think that would clean that white out even more. But to be honest, it's one of those kinds of snakes where the combination is already so good that you almost don't want to mess it up, you know? I think enchi might be kind of cool. but I don't know if it changed the color. I really like the white and the black, so I wouldn't want to mess with the color any. And the pattern, it's so it's light, but it's there. So honestly, besides fire to clean it up a little bit, there's not much I'd change.
I agree. I can see how too many genes can make a mess of this. I agree with the fire, because if you look up a firefly xanthic, they're out of this world. Yeah. The only thing I might add in on top of it would be another cleaner gene, like a yellow belly.
Yeah.
It's like a yellow belly fire with this and then xanthic. I mean, that would just be... That would be almost like my dream snake.
Yeah,
it really would.
That is pretty much my dream snake.
You know, I want to make it almost neon white, like bell white with that black.
It's basically just polishing it at this point.
Right. That's what you're really... Well, the genes we're talking about are both cleaner genes. They're just wanting to enhance the color and clean the pattern. We're not really wanting to change anything on the look of this long term, except for cleaning it up even further and bringing that contrast out, because that's what xanthic is really about to me. It's about getting the contrast between the white and black, and I like high contrast animals. Even this guy, that's what draws me to him. It's not the yellow. The yellow's amazing, but look at the contrast in the black and yellow there, and the pattern, how it just pops out.
And he's in shed too. Normally he's a lot more yellow.
And that contrast for me is really what drives what I think is beautiful in the ball python, which is what's great about ball pythons. Is what I like is maybe different than what Colin likes.
Oh, yeah.
Certainly different than what Kurt likes, because Kurt and I disagree on champagne. But it's such your own world. Like, there's going to be something you like in it. There's going to be something that your eye and your brain finds beautiful if you look. There is no way that you can look at 1,000 ball pythons and the different combinations and not find something that just goes, whoa. And that's what I love about these guys. So
it's artwork.
It really is. It really is. Well, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. And I know he's never going to see this, but Brian, if you happen to watch this, big thanks for featuring our snakes on your show. It meant a lot to us. I know it was a big deal for both of us. So. We are rocking his swag today, so pick up some of that. You can see the difference in our personality. Colin's all clean, the BHP reptiles. Yeah. I went with the demon and the snakes and, you know, some skulls and the Snakebytes one. But, you know, definitely check out their channel. We wanted to represent them a little bit for featuring us, because it's like kind of like getting to meet somebody who we think of as like a celebrity of the industry. I mean, one of the major players and one of the first players. I mean, BHP was responsible for not only the first scaleless, which they were responsible for that, the first pinstripe. And you think pinstripe now, no big deal, there's a lot of them. Well, you're talking the first one ever brought in. They were responsible for that. The sunset stuff that's coming out, they're responsible for that, and a whole list of other stuff that I can't even remember, that they were really the first to bring to the forefront in the ball pythons. But they also do colubrids, and he's kind of right now at the lead for the American market in blue-tongue skinks. So, you know, a lot of cool stuff there, so definitely check that out. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.